Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to hydro dip an engine cover. So we've done a couple of videos on this before, but thought we'd go ahead and mix it up and show you guys another engine cover that we're going to be doing. So that way you can get a few little tips and tricks on the best ways to dip this. So without further ado, let's get started. So a couple of things that we've already done here is we've already got everything prepped out. It's already been smoothed out. It's been primered. And then of course we have went ahead and sprayed it with the correct base. Now this is going to be going in a silver base because we're going to be putting a candy over the top of it. So a couple of things to note is that we've already done some work on this previously. And so we've already got a part here that we've already done. So therefore we already know that this carbon is going this way. And so if it's sitting on the truck like this, we want to make sure that we have our carbon going this way, which I've actually already denoted this by having that line right there. And so that way, whenever we go to dip it, we know that all the carbon is going to go the same way every single time, and that's exactly what we want. So definitely want to make sure that we do that. Now, a couple of other things is that usually on a piece like this right here, you don't normally have to tape up all these edges and all of this, but I am probably going to at least mask off to where it looks like it's about like this right here. And so the main reason is because this is a carbon fiber pattern, I want as little to no stretch as possible. And so by allowing it to come around right here and to stay on this tape that I'm going to put down and then allow it to keep on going, it helps pull everything in, and it makes it to where if we were dipping all of this right here, the water could rush out on this one side and then make it to where the carbon actually comes back around and doesn't go all the way around. And so it's more of a preventative thing than anything, but it also will help keep flowing the carbon all the way down into these lower sections down in here as well. And so it's kind of going to be the same thing on this right here. Now, of course, I know this is going to be the back of it, and there might even be something that covers this. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, it's still going to be the same thing, is that I am at least going to put some tape at least around into here. So then that way, as the carbon goes into here, it doesn't just come out like that. So then we have a really nice carbon going like right here, and then it pulls and then it voids out this pattern into here or even over into here. And so that's why I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of tape down in here, a little bit of tape right here, and pretty much other than that, that's going to be it. Now, plan of attack on something like this is going to be pretty straightforward. So we're probably going to be holding it something like this right here. And if you'll notice, I've got my part cocked a little sideways. And so by doing that, if I go straight in like this, then I hit flat right down in here, which I don't want to do. So if I turn it more sideways like this, then I'm able to hit like a corner right here. And then I'm also able to allow the air to escape up like this, up like that, and then all around in here. And so as we're going down into the water, you'll notice that I will probably start to turn it just a little bit as it's going down. And so what that's gonna do is if I keep it like that, I could just go straight down with it. But by allowing it to come in and then roll in like that, I can help hopefully prevent some of the stretch that would maybe possibly come over into this section here. So a couple of things, of course, these lines right through here, if I'm going down like this right here, I'm probably going to trap little pockets of air in these little grooves right here. There's no way around that. We pretty much have to come back and touch that up if needed. The other thing is that as it starts to go into that groove, there could also be another little pocket of air that's trapped in here, as well as these little areas right in here. They can also trap air, so we might get a trapped air pocket right there, somewhere maybe right around in here, right there, things like that. So we definitely want to try to make sure that we have a good enough angle for it to hopefully go in and out. But even if it does, we can still come back, touch it up. It's not the end of the world. And so pretty much other than that, this is going to be a pretty simple, straightforward dip, but there are going to be those few things that we're going to do to try to help make sure that we get the best dip possible. So let's go ahead, let's get everything taped up and get it ready for the dip. All right, so now that we've got this all laid out, we've got plenty of room down here. We've got plenty of room on all these edges all the way around, probably way more than what we need, but I always just like to make sure that I always have plenty of room just in case I get maybe some water on an edge or something like that. I can always move it around. And then of course, we've got our line going right here to make sure that it matches the actual carbon pattern. So now, all we need to do is go ahead, throw this in the water, and then we can dip it and show you guys the end result. All right, so now that we've got it on the water, of course, we're gonna be going down like this. You could always turn it if you wanted to, but in this case, we're gonna be going like this way. It's a little bit easier for me, so at that point, it doesn't really matter which way you're dipping it. But the main thing is of course, keeping everything as tight as possible whenever you get everything laid into the water, and then keeping your dividers right up next to the film so that way you get little to no stretch. And then of course, the other biggest thing is making sure that you get a very good even amount of activator across the entire part, across the entire film every single time. So again, we'll start here at an edge with a little bit of an angle. Start down there and then just go nice and slow down into the water. And then once we get down to about right in here, we can go ahead and start rolling it down into, just like that. That looks like it came out beautifully. We've got just a few little bitty air pockets, just like I was saying before. Again, we can pop those and then touch them up if need be. Maybe a few little bitty air pockets right in here, but again, something that can be easily touched up. But overall, we've got a very good pattern all the way around the entire part, and everything looks really good. So we'll go ahead, we'll get it rinsed, get it dried off, throw a little bit of candy on this, and then of course, it's gonna come out looking amazing. So hopefully this video has really helped you guys out. Of course, there are tons of ways that you can dip an engine cover, and these are just a few little of the tips and tricks that we have for an engine cover like this right here. But every one of them is gonna be a little bit different. Some have more grooves, more edges, more curves, things like that. So those are just a few things to definitely remember and to try to make sure that you get everything figured out before you go to dip it. So that way you get a really nice clean dip, especially if you're doing it in carbon fiber, because you want the least amount of stretch and you want the best overall look. Because let's be honest, carbon fiber doesn't look good stretched or wavy or anything like that. So you want to try to help mitigate that as much as possible. If you like the video, hit the like button, as well as if you'd like to see other videos like this, definitely hit that subscribe button to have you subscribe to our weekly tips on anything hydrographics related. If you're curious about getting into the hydrographics or you want to get supplies, definitely check out the links in the description below. We're going to have links to the website that has everything that you're going to need for the hydrographics, including some of the film that we dipped here, as well as, of course, anything that you need as far as paints, primers, activators, even training and tanks. It is all there on the website, so definitely check that out. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.